Today I have on my Rosa Parks t-shirt. May not have flown particularly close to the sun, but he has fallen right into the rough hands. Ooh. Oh, last but definitely not least. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Shayne Monroe. I'm a writer and aspiring author, and on this channel I like to talk about books, literature, writing, and storytelling, especially if it's romantic. In today's video, I'm going to share with you the 5 books on my actual bookshelf that I am dying to get read by the end of the year. Today I have on my Rosa Parks t-shirt. I'm filming this on December 1st, and this morning email came across my desk, the This Day in History reminder that on this day, December 1st, 1955, is when Rosa Parks was arrested for refusing to give up her seat on the bus. So I thought this is a perfect day to honor an ancestor, one of the ancestors in the never-ending journey towards social and humanitarian progress, and to talk about books. They go together. So let's get started. All right. First up on my list is When the Music Hits by Amber Oliver. Some of you may remember this book from an earlier video I did when I did a book haul. I went to Barnes & Noble and only got one book. I really restrained myself. This was the only one I got. It had just come out. I think that was in late August, early September, or was it late July? Okay, let's just see when, does it say when this book came out? Let's just see when this book came out. This book came out, oh, it just says 2025. It was like late summer, early fall, somewhere in that time frame. I have started it. I'm about a quarter of the way done. It is a story about Billy, who is a college graduate, and she's an aspiring A&R rep. She wants to go into the music industry and find artists who have a really unique and amazing and soul-moving style, and like develop them and help them reach their potential. That's her big dream. And she finally gets hired after many demoralizing job hunts. She finally gets hired at this record label. But the more she works there, the more she thinks there's something off about this place. There's something maybe a little underhanded going on. This is, so far, I'm really enjoying watching this character like really commit herself to her craft. Like, we get to see her going to all these different clubs and checking out every new artist she can find and going up to them and doing her little awkward pitch, you know, like, I'm going to be working for a record label and I would love to get your contact info and see if maybe someday we can work together. You know that thing when you're like not quite there, but you gotta, just like that, oh, what's that expression? It's like that thing where you have to pretend you have the thing before you can get the thing, but if they find out that you don't already have the thing, you know how that goes. Anyway, so this is it's just a lot. It's really gratifying to watch. I love watching somebody like really do their thing. We also get a lot of like musical sort of education, because as I started reading this already, this book has mentioned like 3 like actual, like in real life artists that I'm like, hey, I just saw that person. I just saw her come up on the Spotify like New Friday list, or I just heard about her on a podcast. So the it's really fun to see like, okay, she's really in tune with like current music, and also to learn about, you know, get more interested in actual musicians. Because I just find that a lot of times I just feel so behind on what's happening in the music scene. I love music. Like before the pandemic, I used to go listen to live music a lot myself, and I really miss that. I just have not gotten back into it since everything changed. I'm trying to get back out there, but it just hasn't, it's not the same as it was before. And I got kind of used to hearing about artists, I think, on the radio and by reading magazines, and now I just haven't been able to keep up with the magazines. And Spotify, I'm still getting used to how Spotify works because it seems like everything just changes daily. And like I used to listen to like, you know, the top 50 songs, but I got kind of tired of doing that because it was the same songs in the same order week after week after week. Like even on the radio, you get a little bit more variety because you'll get a mix of old and new, and it'll change if you have an actual DJ. It'll change because it'll depend on who wants to play what when. Whereas like if you have a list, everything's pretty much in the same order. So it's like, okay, I'm hearing the same song over and over again. I know there's more out there. I know there is, but how do I find it? You know, so reading books like this, where someone is really a little bit more of an expert, or the character is more of an expert, just gives more insight, more leads. I'm like writing down a lot of names to look up and having a good time with that. So anyway, and then the cover is beautiful. Look at that, the colors. Yeah, so this one I've already started. It's already got a head start, so there's a good chance I will finish this one by the end of the year. Next up, we have, another music book. Imagine that. So, August Lane by Regina Black. I got this book just recently, the last time I was at Barnes, actually. Again, I think it was no, I actually bought this along with another book. The next one that's coming up. But anyway, this one has been on some lists. It's like the New York Times and I think another list too. NPR. NPR came out with their books we love, and this book is on that list. So this is the second book, the second romance that I have read by Regina Black. The first one is The Art of Scandal, which I have on my shelf. Yeah, right. Ooh, right here. Back to August Lane by Regina Black. So this is about, so first of all, this is Black country music. So love that. That is so exciting. We're getting some Cowboy Carter vibes here. A Black country music star who lied about writing his only hit risks his comeback to reunite with the woman he stole it from. A first love the lyrics won't let him forget. That would suck. Who, the former country star, he's doing kind of this lounge act tour, and he has to keep performing the same song because everyone loves it and everyone requests it and he hates it. And then we have August Lane, the namesake, the woman who wrote the lyrics. And she also hates that song because she's like, I wrote that song, motherfucker, not you. And they are somehow thrown together because I think they get set up to do a tour. He's offered the chance of a lifetime. Here it is. It's right here. I don't know why I couldn't find this earlier. He's offered the chance of a lifetime, opening for 90s era country music star JoJo Lane, who's about to become the first Black woman inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame. So this would be a huge, like, exposure boost for him, visibility boost for him. But her daughter, August Lane, is the one who wrote the lyrics of the song he's claimed as his own. That sounds wonderfully messy, and also another book to really, like, widen and deepen my musical horizons. I'm really excited about that. August Lane by Regina Black. Okay, on that same trip to Barnes & Noble a month or so ago, I got Sweet Obsession by Katee Robert. This is the latest book as of this day anyway, because the next book is coming out like literally tomorrow, I think. But as of today, the day I'm filming this is the latest book in her Dark Olympus series. This is the love story between Icarus and Poseidon. Icarus may not have flown particularly close to the sun, but he has fallen right into the rough hands of Olympus's own Poseidon, being held captive by the gentle giant. Who can resist that? Wouldn't be so bad if Olympus wasn't on the eve of destruction. This is going to be good. And the next book after this is Tender Cruelty, and that one is Zeus and Hera. So that's going to be like a hate to love. This one is like a captivity situation. So also spicy and exciting. So I really want, this is the closest I've ever been. This is the least behind as of right now that I've ever been, where there's only one book I haven't read before the next one comes out. So I want to really keep on that streak and not be way behind again. So I want to finish this year so I can at least start the next one, like, you know, in the next couple months or so. Like maybe it's next year, but that's only a month away, so it won't matter. Beautiful colors too. I love the purple going into red, going into this kind of fiery ombre thing. So that is Sweet Obsession by Katee Robert. Next on my shelf, Hemlock Silver by T. Kingfisher. Also another beautiful cover. This book I actually got signed by the author. Oh, oops. Oops. Oh, it was also during the time I went and saw the Prince movie. Got signed by the author because I went to her book signing. She was, for this book, she had an event at a local bookstore, and I went to the signing and picked up this book. It is gorgeous. Got that like kind of poison, witchy green going on. This book is sort of a Snow White retelling, but not quite. With a little bit of a twist. Healer Anja regularly drinks poison, not to die, but to save, seeking cures for those everyone has given up on. But a summons from the king interrupts her quiet, herb-obsessed life. His daughter, Snow, is dying, and he hopes Anja's unorthodox methods can save her. Aided by a taciturn guard, a narcissistic cat, and a passion for the scientific method, Anja rushes to treat Snow, but nothing seems to work. That is, until she finds a secret world hidden inside a magic mirror. This dark realm may hold the key to what is making Snow sick, or it might be the thing that kills them all. Love it. It's probably, it doesn't say anything about a romance, but all of T. Kingfisher's books that I've read so far have had a little bit of a love story. And I really love how she sets up her romances. So I'm really looking forward to this. This would be a great, like, dark of winter book to read. Hemlock Silver by T. Kingfisher. All right. Getting a nice little stack here of gorgeous books. Oh, last but definitely not least. Oh. Son of the Morning by Akwaeke Emezi, their latest book that just came out in November. It just came out the beginning of November. Oh, look at this. Okay. I already picked out my bookmark because I think it just goes with it really well with the whole bird theme and the colors and all of that. It is gorgeous. Just look. Oh, beautiful. And then we have another handsome fellow on the back. And we have the edging with like the feathers against the white feathers against the black sprayed edges there. All right. I'm hearing a lot of good buzz about this book, but I wouldn't expect anything less. The last two books by this author that I have read, You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty and Little Rot, love them both. Different stories, very different stories, but again, like it's all about the voice. This author has an amazing voice. And this way of writing, like really like deep, immersive literary type flavor, but with accessible language and very hot, very sexy stuff. So I'm expecting nothing less from this one. This is their dive into the fantasy genre. Let's see what it says. It says, I'm sorry, I'm just like, look at these little end pages are gorgeous too with the sort of like fiery sky. Okay, tender-hearted Galilee was raised by the Kincaid's, a formidable clan of black women sequestered deep in the weeping willows and dark rushing creeks of their land. Even that opening sentence is gorgeous. Galilee has always known that she's different, that there is an old and unknowable secret around her very existence. It's been a hollow ache inside her since her childhood. A hollow ache inside her, yes, which she is going to seek to fulfill. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Something she assumes she will always have to live with until she meets Lucifer Hillel. He's fronting as the head of security for her wealthy friend Oriaku's family, protecting a mysterious ancient artifact. But from the moment she lays eyes on him, Gally knows he's not human. From her first incendiary touch, Lucifer knows something even Galley herself doesn't, that she isn't human either. I hope I'm pronouncing these names right. I'll probably have to look it up somewhere and make sure. Enter Leviathan. Yes, I told you. See, we're talking love triangle here. We got, yes, beautiful. I cannot wait. Enter Leviathan. As Lucifer's most trusted prince of hell, Levi is ruthless and determined to eliminate the intolerable danger that is Galilee before she brings death and disaster to those he loves. Okay, so our main character has got a little bit of that like lethal prophecy thing going on. Makes me think of like well, a lot of like great gothic fantasies, like on TV shows and movies. While unseen battles rage between hell, heaven, and earth, Lucifer and Galilee's attraction threatens to bring all of the structures of their existence crashing down around them. Yes! Oh my God! I cannot stand it. I cannot wait to read this. This is happening before the end of the year is happening, and that is Son of the Morning by Akwaeke Emezi. All right. So that is it for my 5 before the end of 25. Let me know in the comments what you are dying to read before the end of the year. And until next time, bye.